Okay, so today we're going to talk about something that's very interesting to me, and it's kind of coming up in the news more often, a little bit. And this topic's Mars One. And basically, Mars One is a new company that is trying to put people on Mars on a one-way ticket to Mars by 2023, so 11 years from now. It's a new company. They just started, I think, in 2011. They were doing all the back work research and stuff, and like all the planning, and to see if it was actually feasible. And so now they've basically decided that yes, it's financially feasible and technologically it's feasible as well. So they're going to try it. They basically right now need a bunch of funding. It's going to be their biggest thing that they're going to require at this moment. And but I don't know. To me, it still seems like a distant fantasy. I don't think this company has what it takes to do the job. I would really like to see them do it, but I don't see them securing enough funding to be able to do it. They're going to need, I think they said $6 billion, roughly. It'll probably be a lot more than that, maybe $9 billion by the time the whole project's. I think they said $6 billion to get the first people on Mars. But usually, if they say they're going to put, $6 billion in it, it would probably cost more like 8 or 9. And if they say they can do it in 2023, it'll probably take till 2027 or something because of delays and stuff like that. So, I mean, they've went around and they've talked to companies, space development companies, and basically what they're trying to do is use current technology and put people on the Mars that way. So they're not looking at they're not developing anything new or special. They're just going with what they've got. 2016, they're going to send a communication satellite. 2018, a planetary rover, which will just go around. It's supposed to be a basic rover just to find a good location. Like it's nothing. None of this technology is really fancy. 2020, they're going to send some more stuff down. Probably just like places to live, places to like labs, places to eat, places to do more testing, solar panels, stuff like that. And then they send out a couple more things, like I think they send living compartments down next after that. And then they send down, so 2022 they'll send off the crew from Earth, which will be, I mean, this is all speculation, like if they can actually do this. I mean, they have a good plan in place. I just don't think it will really happen. And then they're supposed to land in 2023 is the plan. But so basically, what they're looking at doing right now is the plan is next year they're going to pick astronauts, or they're going to train regular people. But those people are going to be like, I think somewhere in their mid-20s, and they're going to pick 40 of them, and anyone can apply for this. You can apply, I guess it'll be online, and 40 people will be selected, and those 40 people will be put into a TV show, and the TV show will fund Mars One, a large portion of it. It'll generate it'll spark the interest of the world. It is their goal. Because right now, they have a great idea and they have a good plan, but they need money. They're going to need millions and millions of dollars in order for this to start becoming a reality. They need big sponsors to start joining on, and the media to start getting behind it, or they're not going to get anywhere. Otherwise it'll just fall flat on their face. So yeah, those 40 contestants are supposed to go to a desert somewhere, I think in the States, and they're going to do training exercises and stuff like that, and basically on TV. And I think the public, can vote. I don't know if they'll actually make any final decisions, but they're going to get to vote on who gets to make it or not. And so then they're going to send off 4 finalists, and those people will be selected to go to Mars. So there's going to be, I think, 10 years of training. So it's a pretty serious deal. Like, I mean, they'll learn how to do all the first aid stuff, like dealing with broken legs or other situations, and they could come up with that could happen, and they'll get they'll learn about biology and chemistry and space and gravity and all these other other fancy things you need to learn how to do before you go into space. But so that's the plan. So basically, what they need now is sponsors, and they announced their first major sponsors. I think they've got about 5 of them right now, but they're going to need like 1,000 sponsors by the time this is all said and done, and those sponsors are going to have to carry, I mean, the weight of the project. Because basically what they're doing is they're going to have their sponsors are going to pay initially, I guess the sponsors will be paying for the TV show, okay, and then from that'll build up more sponsors hopefully, which will pay for buying the technology, paying companies to build the stuff, and then that'll take like 10 years of building stuff to in order for that to work. And then hopefully if all goes well, they'll launch them. But it's a lot of what ifs at this point and a lot of question marks. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens, but I would like to see. I would personally like to go to Mars, I think. But right now we're so far into the beginning of this project that it's, who knows if it'll ever actually, if it'll become anything more than, because right now all it is really a website and a couple YouTube videos. So it seems like a far-stretched fantasy to think that it would become anything of fruition. So I think you should go check out the Mars One website, though. They have, I think on the top right corner, there's a fax button, which I'll put in the video here. And it's got a lot of questions that people ask about this project, and real questions. Like they don't dodge questions. I haven't looked at all the answers. They're probably, I'm sure they're biased, but they believe in themselves. Like they're not like, one of the questions is this for a real project? Like, how much is the mission going to cost? You know, why would we go to Mars? Is it safe to live on Mars? You know, how long does it take? You know, what will the astronauts even do? You know, all these questions, like how will they be affected by low gravity? Because Mars has a gravity of only 40% of Earth's, so that affects like osteoporosis, and I think it impacts your eyes and your ears, because your eyes and ears are weak spots on your body for pressure. And yeah, so those are all questions I have answered there, and you can go check it out. Just, I would recommend following it up on email or anything else, just to get maybe weekly or monthly, or just check up on Google News, because it is interesting to see. I mean, one of the YouTube comments I saw posted on their videos said, I wish I could link you to the person who said it, but I don't know, it was a while ago. He said, will a private company like Mars One put someone on Mars? Probably. But will this starter up company from Belgium do it? You know, that just started 2 years ago? He didn't think so. And there's a lot of skepticism going on right now, and I'm skeptical, but I'm optimistic at the same point, because I'm a bit of an optimist. So that's that. I just wanted to bring that up because I'm really looking forward to it, and I really liked. This has just been fueled too by the Curiosity landing, which I was very much. I don't know much about space, but I was very much interested in that landing. I watched the landing and I've seen a lot of the pictures and satellite stuff that they've sent back. So very interesting stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Mars, because I would love to. I'm very interested to see if humans could land on Mars, because like it seems like you know, the older generation, like our parents, my parents anyway, they had the moon landing. You know, that was their hallmark, and it would be very awesome if we could have a Mars landing. So we'll see how it goes, and I'm looking forward to it. And post in the comments if you have any opinions on this subject of Mars One, or Mars exploration, or Curiosity, or whatever. And thanks, guys. Have a good one.